blue skies and not a cloud in sight. You are the brightest sunrise.
This is a South America map where specific location of Peru. Now let's discover Peru. This is Lima. Lima is the capital city of Peru and Peru's people are called Peruvians. Peru has 33.72 million population. Peru's religion are 76% Roman Catholic, 14% Protestantism, and 4.40% other Christian religion. Peru's main industries are mining, refining of materials just like steel, metal fabrication, petroleum extraction, also fishing and fish processing, textile, clothing, and food processing. In natural resources, Peru is the second largest producer of copper, silver, and zinc, and Latin America's biggest producer of gold. Now, let's talk about landforms. In Peru, there are three major regions. First, in the west, the dry coastal plain locally called the Costa. Second, in the center, the Andes Mountains, also called Sierra. And in the east, the vast Amazon rainforest, usually called the Selva and sometimes La Montaña. Talking about water forms, I have here the list of bodies of water in Peru. We have here the Lake Titicaca, Lindo Lake, Sandoval Lake, Lianganoco Lagoon, Gocta Waterfall, and the Amazon River. These are just some examples of bodies of water found in Peru, but we still have other bodies of water that I didn't include here. Peru has an estimated 25,000 plant species, which is 10% of all species on the entire planet. In fact, with 84 of the 100 ecological zones existing in the world, the Peruvian flora is one of the most diverse on the planet. Talking about animal life, Peru is home to a diverse array of animals, from the jaguars in the Amazon rainforest to the condors soaring over the Andes Mountains. Peru's unique geography includes coast, highlands, and lush rainforests. Thus, it has created a habitat for a vast variety of species. The Amazon rainforest, which covers more than 60% of Peru, is home to an impressive array of animals. Moving to the Andes Mountains, we found a different set of animals. The Andes is the longest mountain range in the world and has a wide range of altitude, which creates diverse habitats. Some of the most well-known Andean animals: llamas, alpacas, and vicuñas. And the Peruvian coast is home to a variety of animals that have adapted to the desert environment. One of the most famous animals found in this region is the Peruvian pelican, which has a distinctive red pouch under its beak. Now let's talk about issues. Peru's transnational issues. International dispute. Chile and Ecuador rejected Peru's November 2005 unilateral legislation to shift the axis of their joint treaty-defined maritime boundaries along the parallels of latitude to equidistance lines which favor Peru. Organized illegal narcotics operations in Colombia have penetrated Peru's shared border. Peru rejects Bolivia's claim to restore maritime access through a sovereign corridor through Chile along the Peruvian border. Another country that is found in South America is the Suriname. So welcome to Suriname. Welcome to Paramaribo. Paramaribo is the capital and largest city of Suriname. Suriname's people are people who identify with the country of Suriname. Dutch is their main language. The principal religion is Christianity, brought to Suriname by European colonizers. Nearly half of the people are Christians, mainly Roman Catholic and Moravians. And did you know that Suriname is the smallest country in South America with a total population of 612,985. While Suriname's industry is that Suriname's economy is dependent on mineral resources, mainly oil, gold, and bauxite, from which alumina is used in the smelting of aluminum metal is made. Major natural resources in Suriname include bauxite, various agricultural products including bananas, rice, local seafood products such as shrimp, as well as rich oil and gold reserves. Another important component in the South American nation's economy is the emergence of the profitable ecotourism industry. The geography of Suriname consists of rainforest, savanna, and coastal swamps. Talking about forms of water in Suriname, Suriname is more a country of creeks and rivers than of lakes. I have prepared here bodies of water that you will find in Suriname. We have the Comiwini River, Warapa Creek, Nikiri River, and the Maruwini River. Let's talk about plant life. Suriname has a tropical vegetation. The number of species of plants is about 5,000. For an area of this size and without high mountains, that is quite a lot. In animal life, the country is home to many species of unique animals such as sloth, anteaters, and several species of small primates including the Guinean squirrel monkey. Let's move on to the transnational issues in Suriname. Here are some of the transnational issues in Suriname that dispute international trafficking in persons and illicit drugs. Next up is the Uruguay. This is where Uruguay found in the South American map. Let's more discover Uruguay. This is Montevideo, the capital and largest city of Uruguay. So Uruguay has 3.426 million of population, and the main language they spoke is Spanish. Now, talking about religions in Uruguay, Christianity is the largest religion in Uruguay, with Catholics having the most adherents, but around 44.5% of the non-population is non-religious as of 2021. Church and state are officially separated since 1916. There are three major industries in Uruguay: the tourism and hospitality industry, agriculture industry, and service industry. The country is growing to become a leading tourist destination in South America, and the recent tourist numbers are a testimony to that growth. And more than half of Uruguay's total exports are agricultural-based products. Uruguay's greatest natural resource is its fertile land, with much of it being used for agriculture and livestock production. Uruguay is a world leader in the production of cattle and wool. Now, in terms of landforms, Uruguay is located in the southern corner of South America on the southeastern Atlantic coast. Much of the country is a gently rolling plain that represents a transition from the almost featureless Argentine pampas in the west to the hilly uplands of southern Brazil in the east. Talking about forms of water, there are two major bodies of water in Uruguay. One is the Rio Negro, a river that flows the width of Uruguay. The other is the Atlantic Ocean, which borders the country's southern and eastern sides by sea. Plant and animal life in Uruguay. Uruguay is primarily a grass-growing land with vegetation that is essentially a continuation of the Argentine pampas. Forest areas are relatively small. Trees grow in bunches. Large mammals are considered within Uruguay. However, there are 105 species recorded mammal species in the country. Transnational issues. In Uruguay, there are three transnational issues: the disputes international, refugees and internally displaced persons, and illicit drugs. Last up is Venezuela, another country found in South American map. Welcome to the city of Caracas. The capital and largest urban agglomeration is the city of Caracas. Venezuela has 28,201,744 million population, and the main language is Spanish. And talking about religion, Venezuela does not have an official religion. However, Roman Catholicism is the dominant faith and deeply culturally pervasive. Talking about industry, Venezuela is the 25th largest producer of oil in the world and the 8th largest member of OPEC. Venezuela also manufactures and exports heavy industry products such as steel, aluminum, and cement. In Venezuela's natural resources, apart from petroleum, the country's natural resources include natural gas, iron ore, gold, bauxite, diamonds, and other minerals. Venezuela landforms. The country has four distinct geographical regions: the Venezuelan highlands, the Maracaibo lowlands, the Orinoco plains, and the Guiana highlands. Water in Venezuela. There are two major bodies of water in Venezuela. Located on the northern coast of South America, Venezuela is bordered by three countries and two bodies of water. The Caribbean Sea is in the north, while Guyana and the Atlantic Ocean border the east. Talking about plant life in Venezuela, moss, grasses, orchids, and low shrubs grow here. There are plant species on the Table Mountains, especially some carnivorous ones. While in animal life, some of the more unique mammals endemic to Venezuela include the howler monkey, capybara, and giant anteater. Here are some of the endemic animals that is found in Venezuela. Transnational issues in Venezuela. We have the international dispute, trafficking in persons, refugees and internally displaced person, and the illicit drugs.